decision, whether there is a bias here or not. I'm just going to give you numbers. And by the way, this is an article that was in Harvard Law Review, and we are just quoting the numbers from that. All the links are given to you in the reference link section of description. Feel free to go through them, and you will understand where this data is coming from. So district attorneys are all captured. Then you are having now judges doing their bidding, and you also know that many of the governors appear to have been doing their bidding, including the one I'm telling you, the next one who's supposed to succeed Gavin Newsom in California. And she's a hand-picked Soros appointee. Just go back and look at her name and do a search, and you will know who are all these people, like the 𝗫𝗏𝗧𝗏 𝗢𝗏𝗏 of the world, 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 Foundation. Where did that money come from? Who put money into it? Who put money into the alphabet soup organizations? So all these were carefully seeded with a specific purpose. They just spend their every waking moment hating something that they are asked to hate. It could be X, it could be Y, it could be Z, but this has been their mission. And when you are so steep into this one, you don't even know what is right, and you can't separate right from wrong. You're almost always playing victimhood, or you are shouting, oh, look what happened to this person, look what happened to that person. This atrocity literature just become ingrained. You start eat, breathe, and drink that stuff. So here is a quick look at one. Here is a quick look at one case. This is very important because the US aid freeze that was put in place by Trump has been removed, and this judge has actually said that all the things have to come back. So there's going to be a problem here. I don't know what the Trump administration is planning on doing, whether they're going to challenge this at a higher court and get that to issue an injunction against this one. Let's wait and see how it goes. But let me show you what is happening and who is this particular judge. Okay, I'm just taking one example here. This is not the only one. You also saw my best-selling video on Juan Marchand and his $15 million problem. He's the guy who convicted Trump of 34 counts. The best part is, you go to any television channel in United States today, many of them, especially those leaning Democrat are Democrat, they will always preface talking about Trump as convicted felon Donald Trump, or convicted felon President Donald Trump. And this is being done with intent and purpose. And as the John F. Kennedy assassination files are being made out, you can see how many of them, the Democratic senators and presidential candidates and so on, how many of them have done very, very treasonable acts. So that is going to come out. And here is one specific instance. Theodore Chang, he is the judge who struck down the US aid orders, has a long history in democratic politics. This guy is from Harvard. When he was in Harvard Law Review, he championed critical race theory, the one thing that the Department of Education had spent tons of money on. This critical race theory, all this new stuff that is coming, he, she, pronouns, all that bullshit. Now, that part is the one that they have really taken a hammer to. That's completely shut down. I'm sure some judge, they'll go in front of some judge and get something done there too. But be that as it may, the last word on all these things is the Supreme Court of the United States. And I'm sure that at that level, at the highest level, that these things will be set to rest and things will go on and resume going on the way they are. Because DOJ has definitely identified a lot of wastage, a lot of it. And you can't wish that thing away. They are outraging because they've been said, if you don't do this thing, your job is not going to be there. You understand what I'm saying, right? So Judge Chuang has donated thousands to party candidates, sat on the board of Democratic activist group, and even served as vice president of a local Democratic club. So, and this is not the first ruling. He has also blocked the travel ban, and this is the one that there was a ruling, there was an order that said that you cannot have people from Afghanistan can travel to United States. They had put a block on that. These were all supposedly approved by the Biden administration to travel, and that has been stopped now. So if you look at the statistics on the national injunctions imposed by district court judges, I'm talking about the entire United States. A recent Harvard Law Review article says 67% of this century came against President Trump. And in his first term, that was 67%. And now, of those 67%, 92% were imposed by Democrat appointed judges. See, there is no hiding here. No judge is impartial in the United States. They are asked to state their position, whether you are a Democrat or you are a Republican. And the system has served the country well for several decades. There's no problem with that. What problem is coming now is that party affiliation appears to be finding its way into their judgment. Take a look at this particular table that we are presenting to. This is part of the Harvard Law article. You look at the nationwide injunctions from 2001 to 2023, a 22-year period. Under Bush had total of 6 injunctions issued by judge appointed by president of opposing party. Bush was a Republican, the opposing party would be a Democrat, and the percentage is 50%. Obama 12 and 7, 58.3%. Trump 64 total, 59, 92% of the injunctions issued were by judges appointed by the Democrats. It's a very, very high number. And Biden 14 and 14. It's 100%. So here what we are seeing is, perhaps because these are all in the later dates, we are seeing more and more partisan judiciary, partisanship being showed by the judiciary. Now, of the 12 nationwide injunctions issued in response to Obama administration policies, 7 were issued by judges appointed by a Republican president. You see the number here, third row, 12-7. Okay. The 12 injunctions were issued by 8 district courts. Just over half were issued by district courts in Texas, 3 by the Northern District of Texas, 3 by the Eastern District, and 1 by the Southern District. So you are seeing here that there are many injunctions now coming down the pipeline, and all of them appear to be done by, especially in the case of Trump and Biden now, and Biden and then Trump again, that these are all Democrat-leaning judges. Were they planted there for a purpose? This is the question that people have to ask. And is this going to get worse before it will get better? Because Trump will get his own chance to appoint judges who are retiring. Not all judges are for life. It's only, I think, at the Supreme Court level that you are a judge for life. The others have either got to get elected or their term will come up. And I think some states have term out policies, like you can only be a judge for so many terms. So a lot of corrections are there. But Trump doesn't have time. Trump, this is his second term. He needs to do a lot of things before he can take rest. And he has a fairly hectic agenda. That is why he has been going about doing issuing so many different orders. And we have to see how this thing plays out in the long run. And we are really, in a bind right now. I mean, you don't know if you go to court, if you take a case to court, which way they are going to issue. Because if you have a certain party leaning, and if you are of some repute, if you are known in the media, or if you are known in the blog sphere, wherever, then people can find out what your ideological leanings are, and then bad luck. That's what is going to rule against you, not the strength of your arguments, not the facts presented in your case. I hope it doesn't come to that, because I've always had great faith in the United States judiciary. Look, I'm an inventor from a previous life. I've been to many, many cases, and I know how this thing works. Eventually, the truth prevails. 𝗤𝗏𝗪 𝗤𝗏𝗍. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. Namaskar.